It's like digging into it just sounds like a real freaking amp in the room. Sounds like a mic'd acoustic.
That's
And all of that in something that fits in my backpack.
That's incredible.
All right, so this is our friend Rod Castro, touring musician extraordinaire. So he stopped by the shop and is showing us his touring rig, which is a Neural DSP.
When you, like if you played the Super Bowl, that's what you would use.
Yeah.
You play. Who are you out with now, Natasha?
Right now, Natasha Bedingfield. This year, I'm juggling Natasha Bedingfield, Bebe Rexha, Banks, and those are keeping me the busiest right now.
Yeah.
Expression pedals, well, that's good.
Yeah, and it's a dual expression, so it does wah and volume on it.
Yeah, man.
Oh, do you just have to click down?
Yeah,
to
it has
get
a switch
into
on it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
click down to get into expression, click down to volume.
Yeah, I want to hear you play through it first.
Me?
Yeah.
And this is it. This is all you use on stage.
That's it.
Wow. How many captures do you have on there, do you think?
I've made 4 that I use.
Okay.
They're actually, so I use my buddy Pete Thorne's PT15.
Yes, yeah,
IR.
definitely.
So I capture that, and I actually captured pedals. So all my captures are based on a Jan Ray from Vemarem. 2 of like my medium to like higher gain stages are, what is it? The Nordland. And then the high gain is like the Revv G3, that purple one.
Yeah.
It's amazing high gain pedal.
Oh, 100%.
So those are my 4 main gain stages, and then I have an acoustic capture on here that sounds incredible, and that's pretty much it. I'm not really, the only stock thing I'm using for my cleans, I'm using a Bogner Shiva, which is one of my favorite clean channels, and that's it.
So,
Funny enough, David, before I even met you, I remember reaching out to Dennis and all the guys at Novo and being like, I don't know who got this black hole sun spheres, but I want something exactly like that. And they're like, that's going to be impossible because it's that specific slab of wood that looks like that and nothing else will look like that.
I know, Dennis.
And I was so sad when I got that response. So I ended up going with this one.
You gotta show your tricks.
All right, where can we plug this in?
That might require.
Oh, it'll fit right there. Yeah, 2020.
Yeah, this is the one I've known.
Yeah, this is my main one. I have it in live mode right
Yeah.
So this is how I like to have it set when I'm using it like in the studio and not on a specific gig.
Right.
So these are my 4 gain stages. These are the 4 kind of stomp modules that I like to use. This will toggle between 2 of my verbs. This will be kind of like a room, and this will be more of a super drenched. This is also obviously set up to be stereo. We're going mono, so you're not going to hear everything exactly how it should be. This triggers delay, this triggers trem, this gives you like a 2 dB boost, and this is your tap tempo. And then right now this is defaulted to being a volume pedal.
Yeah.
You want to do swells and stuff, and
Yeah.
if you just hit the switch, it turns into a wall. ride the faders.
Man.
Kind of tweaked everything. I like doing everything with my in-ears because that's how I'm going to hear everything. I'm not
Yes.
super concerned with like using great headphones or great speakers. It's like I'm going to hear
That's very smart.
everything with my in-ears, so let me tweak it to my in-ears to where it sounds great for me. And so since we have like a monitor guy and front of house guy, I don't want the monitor guy to change the way it sounds to me. So I'm like, give me my own isolated channel. Do not give me flat. Don't give me anything. It's perfect where it is. So then front of house guy is, I'm asking him like, where is it lacking? What is it like? What frequencies are too harsh? And so I'll have him give me a list of like, I'm cutting this frequency, I'm cutting this frequency, I'm cutting this frequency, and I'll go in here and I'll cut those exactly where he's doing it, so that moving forward he doesn't have to do anything. And everywhere else I go to play a show, I plug it in there like it's perfect where it is. He builds all my rigs, and it's freaking so ideal. All right, so now you have to check out the heavier Shreddy Van Halen tone.
Go on then.
Just frequency-wise, it's so pleasant. There's nothing harsh.
That's a lot of fun, that.
That's great, man.
That's so good.
And then there's obviously like different gate stages. That's a super high one. This one's like my favorite kind of medium that I've dialed in. Nice classic rock tone.
Yeah.
So
You
then
should be playing
for
this.
practice, like if you're practicing like in a studio, like with a band, and you're not using ears, I guess you probably would be. You would just use powered monitors, I guess.
If I'm not using ears and I had to use this, I think my favorite solution's been to get like a Fender Deluxe and run this through the power amp in, so that it still sounds like an amp. I still very much prefer amps, but we're just in the pop world and in today's day and age, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So because
And you
of
gotta
that-
fly.
Yeah, constantly.
You're flying everywhere.
And like using backline stuff, you never know what you're gonna get. So to get the most consistent, I'm like my search has been, what's the best possible thing that isn't an amp, and how can I make it so compact? And this has been it for me.
It's so good.
Let's talk about that Novo, baby. Look at that Novo.
David's one of my proud Novo brothers.
Oh yeah, dude.
This is so. The neck is.
Dude, it's
No one does
ridiculous.
necks better than Dennis. I'm
That
sorry.
neck is
I
unbelievable.
don't, man. It's like
No.
the guitar plays itself. Like
Yeah.
sometimes when I have to play a different guitar, I'm just like, I'm not gonna sound this good because I sound the best on these guitars.
Yeah.
And I have 3 of them, and this is my main Swiss Army knife. But tell me that isn't one of the easiest guitars to play ever.
I'd play this all day.
We have one upstairs too. We just got in it's like an Olympic wide over like red sparkle or something. Dennis knows. I'm a Dennis.
He's the best.
Yeah.
This is so good. Yeah, I got. Here, you play, man. Me and my-
Just like I'm digging into it. Just and like I'll show you some of the cool like sort of like trippier presets I do. Like with Natasha, the beginning of Unwritten when we play it live.
Yeah.
I kind of do this like, it's kind of got this like long ambient sort of intro. And it always starts out like really trippy reverse delays. And that's the one thing that blows me away about this thing is like the effects just sound perfect. So you do like kind of that thing, and then before the main line comes in, I'll like tease the little line like. And then when that main clean line comes in, I'm usually capoed on 3rd fret, but that'll do the. So then I have all that, and then everything else is just kind of like the colors. I'll have them coordinated by like gain stage. So if it's green, it's usually clean or like edge of breakup. And then red will be like super heavy, orange will be kind of in between. Sounds
It does
amazing.
that like that.
Just sounds like a real freaking amp in the room. So my favorite thing about this is if you ever want to make any adjustments, the knobs themselves are the dials.
Yeah.
I just saw it. That acoustic sounds ridiculous, dude. I'm already telling you that sounds ridiculous. That's stupid.
For a direct tone,
For a direct tone.
sounds like a mic'd acoustic.
That's ridiculous.
And this is like specified to like, specific to my pickup that I use in my acoustic. That's just how good it sounds on anything. And these are all captures I've made.
And this is just an acoustic we grabbed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a nice acoustic.
Yeah.
But like I used to be the kind of person that would have to bring my own acoustic everywhere because I couldn't stand backline acoustic pickups. And now this sounds so good that any acoustic I plug in sounds amazing. Like, how is that? That doesn't sound like a DI acoustic.
No.
Imagine that on a huge stage. It sounds very intimate.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's very intimate.
It's the best acoustic DI tone I've ever heard. By ears, that sounds absolutely incredible. And all of that in something that fits in my backpack.
That's incredible.
So this capture is my LR Bags Venue DI. I swear by all the LR Bag stuff. LR Bags Venue DI and their Session preamp pedal. And just those two things captured raw. And then this is an IR made by a company called Selah, S-E-L-A-H. And it's an IR of a J45 acoustic mic'd by a 414 AKG mic.
Yeah.
So you're hearing the combination of those two with the internal reverb on the quad. And very, very minimal EQing. I have like a low cut at about 90 to get rid of all the low muddiness. And I think I added like For this guitar, I added like 1.4 dB of treble, cut a little bass because it's a little bass heavy, and that's it. I just turned it up way like a lot because it's naturally quiet. I don't know how you do that so cleanly. You're like, your forced harmonics. When I'll do it, like I did them in a session like a month ago, and I was just like doing one at a time, going like, ding, ding. And even that, I was like frantically hoping it would come out.
You did it in literally less than
But I do it like this. I do like my thumb, and then I pluck with my finger. I'm gonna look stupid playing after you. Like just like, where is it?
with your thumb.
Yeah. Or,
What?
where is it? I can't even find it.
I've never seen it that way.
I'll do them like that.
That's
That feels natural. I
crazy.
can't do it like that. My fingers don't want to work that way.
I've never seen anyone do it like that. That's brilliant.
That's probably why I don't do it well.
That's cool, man. That's unbelievable. Like, with me here now instead, listening to it as an audience member.
These strings are perfectly worn in too. If the strings are too brand new, it'll sound really harsh on this thing. Or like acoustic diatone.
Not real.
And these are just like KRK speakers. Insane.
That's crazy. That's ridiculous. Seriously, that's some weird freaky
You've
This
convinced
is
me.
like Copperfield tricks. You're like, okay, wait, how did he do that?
So what?
I get people hitting me up all the time. Be like, can you sell me your
What
profiles?
What
And
a compliment that is.
it's super kind, yeah.
course it is.
And I can't. The reason why I can't sell them is because, like
It's you.
Well, no. The main thing is the IRs that I use are a big part of it, and they're made by other companies. I use York IR, so like the electric stuff. The reason those sound so good is I'm using the York Audio IRs, specifically their Creamback one. If I use any other IR, it doesn't sound nearly as good. So I can't sell something that isn't mine. So what I'd have to like either hit them up for like a partnership or sell them without the IRs and be like, go spend $15 and buy this pack, and then you'll have that sound, you know? But same thing with the acoustic. I'm using the Salah acoustic IR on this one. And so like, I can't make IRs that sound as good as these. And I'm not even gonna try because it's already perfect.
Will you explain to the people what an IR is?
Impulse response. So in my opinion, an impulse response is just a very advanced EQ block, but basically people will put a mic onto a cabinet, or for an acoustic one, they'll put a mic onto an acoustic, and they'll create sort of a snapshot of the EQ, I think, the way it sounds, the way it's EQ'd, essentially. So they'll find out this cabinet sounds exactly like this, analyze the frequency spectrum, and then apply that in an EQ form to a raw load capture of an amp. But like if I were to put like some of the stock cabinets on here, on the guitar ones you heard earlier, you would hear a significant difference between what's on there and what I'm using.
Yeah.
It's night and day. I found the ones that for me are the best sounding and are night and day difference and just the best I've heard. So that's all I care about. It's just having the best sound possible.
So good.
But it's like the most inspiring digital sound.